Good day, folks. Today I'm going to be reviewing the board game Skip Bo Deluxe. Now, this version of the game came out in 2003 from Mattel, and it is for 1 to 4 players. Skip Bo Deluxe is an upgrade to the original Skip Bo, which came out around the late 70s, early 80s, and the object of this game is you're going to be trying to be the first player to get rid of all of your stock cards. So let's check it out. So in the very beginning, you're going to go ahead and deal out 30 cards, and this is going to make your stockpile deck, and you're going to place it right over here on the board. You're also going to deal each person 5 cards. The cards are going to be numbered 1 through 12, and there's also going to be some wild cards in here, and these are going to be the Skip Bo cards, and they can represent any number. Now, what you're going to be doing in this game is you're going to be trying to shed out these cards that are in your stockpile and be the first person to run out of cards. And the way you're going to be doing this is you're going to be playing, along with your opponent, cards over here in the middle sequentially. So, for example, a 1, then a 2, then a 3, all the way up to 12. And ultimately, you're going to be trying to get rid of these cards. Now, you're going to have 4 spaces where you're going to be able to build up cards, and this is like the building pile, and right over here is the discard pile. So anytime you get ready to discard a card, meaning that you can't play any cards over here, you can just go ahead and discard them in one of these 4 spaces, and you can stack the cards as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give you an idea how this works here. This is my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with this 1. So I'll play the 1 over here, and I can pick one of the spots. I have a wild Skip Bo, so I'm going to use this as the 2. I also have a 3 and a 4, so I'm going to go ahead and place both of those here. Now I have the 5 that I can play from the stockpile, so I'm going to go ahead and do like that and then flip this one over. That one is showing an 11, so I can't play an 11, so what I'm going to do is I got 1 card left. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down in the discard pile somewhere over here. Now, if I was able to play out all of these cards in the middle, all 5, I would draw 5 more cards, and I would continue to play until I couldn't play anymore, and then I would go ahead and discard. Since this goes up to 12, once this reaches 12, you're just going to remove that deck of cards from the board, and you'll have an open space again. So anyway, just to kind of do a little run through here. Here is my opponent. My opponent's got this. He can play a Skip Bo for the 6. He also has a 7, which he can play 1 for as well. He does not have anything else at the moment, so he's going to play a 12 right here, and that is going to end his turn. I have 0 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and draw up to 5 cards over here, and I don't have anything at the moment that I can play, so I'm going to go ahead and play this card over here. Now, you can also play cards in your discard pile while you're building up to the building pile if you need to. So let's just say I played a 7, I have an 8 over here, I could go ahead and play the 8, and then I could go ahead and continue playing. So in this case, I can't. But anyway, the game is just going to continue on like this until somebody ends up running out of cards in their stockpile, and then you're going to go ahead and keep score. The way scoring is going to work is you're going to count up all the cards your opponent has left, and you're going to multiply that by 5. The winner of the game is going to receive a bonus 25 points, and you'll total that for the round. You'll keep playing until you get to a set amount of points, or until you reach 500 points. Whoever the first player is to reach 500 points will win the game of Skip Bo Deluxe. Skip Bo is a game that my wife and I started playing when we first started dating, and we still play this game to this day. And it's kind of nice to have the board there. Kind of makes you feel like you are playing a board game. However, the cards are still the same. Now, this game has been around for a long time, and it is based off a card game called Spite and Malice. It's a very easy game to learn. There is some strategy in this game. Big part of the strategy is what I call defense. A lot of times what will happen is your opponent might have a card in their stockpile, say an 8, and you might be able to play the 6 and the 7 to get rid of cards in your hand. But if you do that, you're going to leave them wide open to play the 8, and they might actually get to play more cards out of their stockpile. So part of the game is actually having to figure out when you want to hold on to your cards and when you want to play your cards. The game is a very easy game to learn, and I think to me it's a solid game. It's nothing spectacular. I would compare this with a traditional card game that you might play with cards that you really enjoy. I would say this is Skip Bo. But you can get Skip Bo for cheap. The deluxe version probably goes for about $30 now, since they don't make it anymore. But it's a cool find to have if you find it at a thrift store. And if you like Skip Bo, you can check out the deluxe version for sure. At times, you might end up getting stuck because the cards that are showing on the board are going to be way off from the cards that are in your hand. You may draw a discard, draw a discard, draw a discard. That's just part of the game. But it's an enjoyable game. It certainly will work as a filler, and it's something my wife and I pull out every so often because it's quick, it's easy, and I enjoy it. All right, guys, that's my review of Skip Bo Deluxe. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.